R over, didn't I do this one yesterday? Did I not? Like, I felt like I did this one on the board. I feel like I did. Maybe not. All right, this is the difference of two squares. I'm going to go ahead and factor everything before I start. This one factors, you can shortcut it, r plus 3, r plus 5. So what's my LCD there, Charlie? Yeah? Okay, not what you have. What do you think? Looking at this problem, what do you think the LCD is? R minus 3. R minus 3, R plus 3. Yeah, that would be exactly correct. So the first one needs what? R plus 5. What's the second one need? R minus 3. So now I have R times R plus 5 minus 1 times R minus 3. And everybody goes over that LCD, and I'll throw that one in there again in just a minute whenever I get done. So I've got to expand it before I can condense it and factor it down because of this minus that's not enclosed. Yes? Say yes, because that's right. Okay. Thank you. All right, so I got R squared plus 5R minus R plus 3, which is R squared plus 4R plus 3. And now I'm just going to factor that top. 3 and 1. R plus 3. R plus 1. And then that LCD, of course, was R minus 3. R plus 3. Was it plus 5 or minus 5? Plus 5. Now I can start canceling. So I end up with R plus 1 over R minus 3, R plus 5. And I stop. Yes. You subtract, but that negative one's got to distribute to both, so it becomes positive. You see what I'm saying? So this would be like plus negative. So I'm really distributing negative 1. You with me? Okay. Anything else? Yes. Number 9. Number 9. 2 minus x plus 1 over x minus 3. So this has got a denominator of 1, so my LCD is just going to be that entire second denominator, which is x minus 3. So I'm going to give this first one x minus 3. So I have 2 times x minus 3 minus, and again, this is another one where I'm subtracting everything in that second numerator, so I have to be very careful with that negative sign. I'm going to have 2x minus 6 minus x minus 1, because I distributed that through, which would be 2x minus x is x, negative 6 minus 1 is negative 7 over x minus 1 of 1. Right. I gotcha. What else? Going once, twice. Yes. 12. Number 12, 2 over y minus 7. If I go too fast, let me know. 1 over y minus 4. So my LCD here is just going to be the product of these two denominators together because they're already factored down. They can't get any simpler. I'm going to give the first one y minus 4. I'm going to give the second one a y minus 7. So now I have 2 y minus 4 plus 1 y, come on, y minus 7 over, I'll just do this until I get down a little bit further. So 2y minus 8 plus y minus 7 over that LCD, which would be, what is this, 3y minus 15 over, I'm going to just do this again because I'm going to take a 3 out of here, and it may or may not do me any good, but I still want to factor it completely to ensure that it is completely simplified before I move on. Yes.
Can you go back to your 9 that you did? Why did you change that?
What?
Never mind. Never mind. I read it all.
Yeah. Once, twice. Done. Good. Let's talk about complex fractions.
Wait, I thought you were taking the quiz first.
It's not a quiz like that though. It says quiz, but it's more. But it's got complex fractions on here, so I want to go over it. So I have to go over it first. I gotta show you. There. I wanted to do this yesterday, but then I opted not to. So I figured I'd just throw it in this the beginning of class. So a complex fraction is just a fraction in a fraction. Okay. In other words, it's, and you just have to remember, let's see, fraction over fraction. You just have to remember what I keep telling you whenever you divide by a fraction, you really do what instead? Multiply. You're exactly right. Multiply by the reciprocal, keep, change, flip, however you remember it, just no butterflies. Bro, he's not even listening to what I'm saying. All right, so fraction over a fraction, right? So instead of doing fraction over a fraction, what we're going to do is we're going to take the top of this complex fraction and we're going to multiply it by the flip of the bottom. So all we're going to do is we're going to look at this as 3 separate problems. Top, bottom, and then top times flip of the bottom for the third part to get the answer. And if you look at complex fractions like that, they don't look quite so complex any longer, and they're a little bit easier to deal with. So I think, let's do number 17 from that page back. Y'all need me to stay here a minute? Okay. Yeah, we're going to do that together. Y'all done? All right, so we're going to look at it. 3 separate problems. Take it step by step. Top. The bottom doesn't have a whole lot to do. Sometimes you'll see operations in there, but this one in particular, there's not really anything to do on the bottom. But let's look at it. Let's look at the first part of the problem. Let's look at the top here. I will usually, if I'm working this on a separate piece of paper, I'll do like 3 columns, top, bottom, together. So I see, and then whenever I get done, I know I'm done. But we'll go top here. So I've got x squared plus 1 over x, and this is exactly what you've been doing already. There's nothing to factor here. So what is your LCD?
X.
Just x. That's exactly right. First one needs x, right? So x times x. So I get x cubed over x plus 1 over x, which is what? Y'all can do this. X cubed plus 1 over x. I will generally go ahead and factor it if I can because it's just going to make my life easier when I put them together. So does anything here factor? How does that factor? That's a sum of two cubes. That's right. Close. This is your same change plus, right? Little parenthesis, big parenthesis. It's a sum of two cubes. And I'm going to leave the bottom alone. All right, so there's my top, as simple as I can get it, all combined, nice and neat, and factored in. Now, I'm going to do the same thing to the bottom. And in the case of this one, it's nice because the bottom is, they're not asking me to do anything there. They just gave me something that is really already simplified. If it wasn't, I would follow suit and do the same thing that I did here. I would find the LCD, put them together, simplify it, so on and so forth. Now what I want to do is put this top with this bottom. So I'm going to take the top, I call this one, let's see, together, together, together. Golly, y'all are a tough crowd today. All right, top. Times, and then I'm going to flip that bottom over before I multiply it. Okay? Because that's how we divide by a fraction, right? We don't divide by a fraction, we multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm going to do the bottom here, 4x over x plus 1 squared. Now I'm back to multiplying rationals just like we did on the first day. One big fraction, everything's been factored, nice and neat, and I can start canceling out what can cancel out. Just one of them. You can only do one. So I could take this one away and I could take away one of these. Anything else you see? X, absolutely. I'd take the X out. That cancels also. If you want to write it x plus 1, you can. You don't have to, yeah. But then we took one away, so now there's only one left anyway. Yes, because this is 4 times. It's its own, remember those coefficients are their own piece there. So now I've got 4, and I'm just moving this to the front just because it's pretty math, and I'll put it up there in front of the polynomial. But x squared minus x plus 1, and then the denominator is just x plus 1. Remember, you want everything as factored as it can be, and that's as factored as it can be. That's it. I told you it's not. Yeah, we're doing all right. That's the answer. Yeah, you can't split it up. Why can't you split that one up? The trinomial. That came, remember that came off of that sum of two cubes, and once you get a sum of two cubes there, that polynomial will never break up anymore. So, I mean, you could check it, but nothing multiplies to 1 but adds to -1. Una más? Which one should we do? Let's do 16. 18? That's area, though. That's not, I guess it is a complex fraction. Okay. No, you have a different homework. You have a different work. It's really classwork, not homework. 16? It didn't matter to me. Okay. Delaney just wrote it down, so we're doing this one. Yeah. Hey, Sullivan.
Let's say I did some of my work for this 13.
We're not going to finish that. No, we're just doing it together. I knew you did that. That's why I decided I wasn't going to use that. All right, so my clue is I've got fractions within a fraction. I need to do top, bottom together. Yes? Everybody okay? Somebody said no. Yes, Wyatt. I know. Top, bottom together. All right, let's do top. You try top. You try top and bottom, and then we'll come make sure you got the right thing. We'll come together. No. 2 times the work. How do you figure? They're little things, though. Don't look up until you got it, because I'm going to be working it too. Oh my great day. Oh, this was a good one. Did you get that step, Wyatt? Did you? That's what Charlie got. Huh? Is that what you got? You did? Yeah, do the bottom also. That's my top. I said, did you get the right LCD? Yes, difference of 2 squares there. If you got here, you just didn't factor that top, that difference of 2 squares. So it's the square root of the first and the square root of the second, 1 plus and 1 minus, yeah. The square root of the first one and the square root of the second one, and then you do the same thing, 1 plus and 1 minus. Yeah, go ahead and do the bottom if you got that one. That one was a lot easier. There's nothing you can take out of everybody. There's no pattern there to factor or anything like that. So no, you'd stop right there. Now I'm ready. Did everybody get that before I go put them together? Good. All right, let's put them together. Together, together. So there was my song. Nothing.
Why
Nothing.
are you looking at me?
I was just looking at you, see what you were doing.
Lord.
I know. Thank you.
No, what?
And now I'm gonna flip the other. I was just singing. I was singing my song. Then I said Sullivan loves my song, but you weren't paying any attention to me. Now I'm gonna flip the bottom.
I thought it was.
No.
Remember when I told you I had a sexy kid someone pretty too heavy in our class last year? You remember who it was?
No.
I told you that someone was heavy in that class.
I don't remember you telling me. Way to just bring him out, Sullivan.
No, it was when we were taking a test. It's like all you could do was silence. All you could hear was Doja.
Was he asleep?
No. And all we could hear was Doja breathing, and you made eye contact with me, and I was like so annoyed because it was messing me up.
Is that what you sound like now? Is that what you're saying? That can go. 2A plus 3B. I can take a B. 6. What's that leave down here? 3. Look at y'all. Okay, so this is just like a fraction, 6 over 18, which would reduce to 1/3. Same kind of thing. All right, so let's just write what's left. 2A minus 3B over. I lost you? Okay, wait. Which other B? It should be up there. I'm sorry, my bad. No, but you think this a lot? Yeah, because you can just go shoop because you're multiplying. 6 over 18 is 1 over 3. I just didn't finish. I didn't finish writing it because y'all were like, wait. Yeah, funny. Yeah. Because, right, there was 2 here. Nope.
In order to like have like another number that 6 and 18 that can't tell, where would you put like
Up top, in front of, like, right there. What else on that one? Do you need another one, or do you feel good about it? Okay, I'm gonna